Morning, everybody. This is Jason. I'm 53 years old. I have prostate cancer that's metastasized to my spine. And on this channel, we talk about it. Forgot to turn on my sign. I'm up early this morning, and I'm going to go into work a little bit late. I got something to take care of this morning. And I was sitting there thinking, I was looking at my channel. When you have a YouTube channel, you have a YouTube studio, and you can go in and you can see the analytics and stuff. And I started rereading a lot of comments, and I've got to say, this is a thank you video. I appreciate all the engagement, all the questions, all the support, because I've had a couple downer videos, and because, you can't stay positive all the time, but it's important to stay positive much of the time, and you all have helped. And I appreciate that. I appreciate you. And I looked at there to get, you get so many subscribers. And once you get 1,000 subscribers, you're like, I have 1,000 people out there watching this? Holy crap. And then the watch hours start to climb. And I looked, and you have to get 4,000 watch hours to get monetized on YouTube. And I looked, and I'm 89 hours away. 89. I've got 3,911 watch hours on my channel. And wow, that's impactful. That's 3,900. That's a lot of hours of people out there engaging with this. And I'm starting to babble. Before I get into the thank you, I want to show off the newest section of my newest rocket. I'm going to get my level 1 cert for those of you that have been watching the rocket part of my channel. And this is the completed 3D printed fin can for my next rocket. There's the motor tube, and I've got the motor in there. Of course, there's no pellets, there's no grains in it, but there's shoot, I forgot what it was, something 240, 38/240, 38 millimeter diameter reloadable motor system, and that's going to go in there. And this is the motor retainer ring. I got that epoxied on. I've got some epoxy to do on some of these rings here where the filament, the 3D filament, the carbon fiber filament didn't really adhere. There was some poor layer adhesion here, here, and here, which is where my centering rings are. So I got some epoxy in the back here was able to leak out. Where does it leak out? You can see it. So the epoxy started to come through. Right there, there's a good one. So those rings are actual separations. So I've got to fix those. The fins may keep them together, but you can see some of that separation happened up on the fin. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do. I might fiberglass the fin can. I don't know. And that's going to go under the body tube. This is the top of the body tube here. This is the shock cord mount where the parachute, the recovery system will attach to. That's a big shock cord mount. And then I've got a muffler system, a baffle system. So I've got a tube on this end, and on the bottom end of this coupler is a tube that's offset. It's basically under that centering ring. So the ejection gases have to go up through one tube and then down into this baffle section, then out the other tube. So that protects the parachute and everything from flames. What the heck? Isn't this going to be awesome? I'm so excited about this. My next launch is on June 8th. So that's enough about that. That's, yeah, I got treatment for my back. For those following the back segment of this, I have, let's see if I can keep track of this. I had one slipped disc between my L1 and L2. I had 3 bulging herniated discs between my L2, L3, L3, L4, L4, L5. And then my tumor is in the L1, and the L1 was severely weakened. When you do radiation therapy, that radiation therapy brittles the bone. It kills off any bone marrow. You're irradiating it heavily, and it's not a small amount of radiation. I mean, it's tens to hundreds of times of lifetime dose in my job at a nuclear power plant. It's a ridiculous amount of radiation, but it's concentrated, and they do it in a machine that moves around you, so it minimizes, so it focuses on the one spot that they're targeting while minimizing damage to everything else. So theoretically, all your healthy tissue gets a much lower dose and can recover from it, whereas the target area gets a lethal dose and dies off. And I know mine hasn't completely died off. It's got my tumor's shrunk down significantly to 1/10 of its original size, so that's awesome. And I forgot where I was headed with this thought. I got quite a mess here. I gotta clean this up. Yeah, we're doing radiation. Oh, it weakens the L1. So I got treatment scheduled for my spine. So there's a compression fracture on that L1. Now, way back in I kept notes when I first was seeing my radiation oncologist, medical oncologist, and the notes from my radiation oncologist, he had told me, I wrote it down. He says, eventually you're going to suffer a compression fracture on your L1 because of your size and weight. So losing weight is going to be important. For the record, I'm 6'4". I was 6'4". I can't say I'm 6'4" if I have 3 herniated discs, right? I was 6'4" and 385 pounds. Yeah. I am down. I'm down to 340 pounds. I'm losing weight. It's hard to lose weight right now because I'm getting on another tangent. The drugs that we are on when you're doing the second generation hormone therapy, ADT, when I'm on Zytiga, Lupron, and prednisone, especially the prednisone makes it tough to lose weight because prednisone jacks up your appetite. So it is which I had to deal with anyway. I'm a big guy because I have like whatever, my hunger gene is just always on. My hunger whatever cells, my hunger triggers, signals are always on. They've always been on. Even as a kid, I was never not hungry. And it's tough. So, you walk by the donuts sitting on the microwave at work, and you're like, oh, well, I am hungry. Anyway, but I'm doing better. My diet, doing all the diet stuff I'm talking about, the daily smoothie, and there's a link in the videos in the description to a bunch of recipes that I use. Am I exclusive to those? No. Do I waver? Yeah. Because I was talking yesterday with a guy who's got a family member that's going through some rough cancer. And he shared what his doctor had told his family member, and that's that if you make huge changes in your diet, you're putting stress on your body. Well, stress raises cortisol levels. Stress causes inflammation. Stress is a huge part of what we're dealing with, why we're dealing with cancer. And stress will slow cancer death. It makes you more, what's the right way to say this? Stress makes it harder to heal. There we go. That's the right way to say it. Stress makes it harder to heal. So minimizing stress in your life while going through this is huge. And my last video I did kind of something I've been ruminating on, thinking about is, should I be working as hard as I am in the job that I'm working? Because it's not an easy job. I got a big stressor yesterday. Like, hey, this I've had this plan I've been working on for a year um, for a thing, and yesterday, new characters involved, sit down, look at it. Well, why are we doing this? Why not this? And that's frustrating because the implementation date's coming up and I have to rework the plan, and I don't have my whole team. When we made the plan originally, I had a team. I had the brain trust, and we were able to all put input on it. And it's like, should I still be doing this? This is stressful. And I got other stressors and stress on top of that, and yeah, and I drink too much coffee. Stimulants can raise stress, so I had to figure something out there. um, Gosh, why am I here 8, 9 months into this and just now refiguring out some things? Is that the right picture? How did I not? But that's the journey we're on. We are constantly intaking information. We're constantly learning new information and absorbing it. And how does this apply to me? Does it apply to me? How do I implement this? What do I do with this information? And that's what this whole channel has been about. And you're able to see my progression. Does that help you? I hope it does. 3,911 hours says it's helping somebody. I share my links a lot. I went to, I think it's called Vistaprint, and I'm almost out of all the cards, but I had little business cards printed out. It says "Cancer Sucks," and then I got the YouTube channel down there, and it says "Share with others," and "Thank you for watching." Is that backwards? It's backwards on my video. But it's got a QR code so people can scan it and go watch the video. And I hand these out. Every time I go to the medical oncologist, I bring a small stack of these with me. And when I go to the check-in counter to sign in, I just leave a stack of them right there. I mean, this is the cancer center. This is where people in my condition go. And so maybe that's brought up some of the engagement. I don't know. Maybe they look at that and think it's stupid. Maybe people don't understand QR codes yet. I don't know. God, there's so much I don't know. But that's why we're doing this. We're learning. And I appreciate that you've all been learning with me. It means a lot to me. And I know some of you watch the videos because some of you reach out. You reach out through the comments. My friends call me, and that means a lot to me. Thank you. Love you all.